आप सब दोस्तों को इस लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म पे खुश आमदीद। सीपीडी एक ऐसा कॉन्टिन्यूस प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट का प्रोग्राम है जिसमें कैंटब पब्लिशर अपने मेंबर स्कूल्स को और अक्रॉस पाकिस्तान हम कोशिश करते हैं कि क्वालिटी एजुकेशन के ऊपर उनको ट्रेन किया जाए। ये हमारा दूसरा सेशन है। पहला सेशन हम एक क्वार्टरली बेस के ऊपर पहले ले चुके हैं और जिसमें बड़ी गर्मजोशी से तमाम पाकिस्तान से लोगों ने उसको ज्वाइन किया और ये दूसरा सेशन अभी हमारा इस पे आगाज है जी। और ओरिएंटेशन सेशन डॉक्टर साहब ने लिया। आज हमारी बड़ी खुशकिस्मती है कि डॉक्टर माइक लिटमन हमारे साथ होंगे और आज हमें मौका मिला है उनसे सीखने का इंशाल्लाह। Dr. Mike, I welcome you here in CPD, and I hope I'm expecting a lot from you to you have to unleash your learning experiences in front of us, and this is going to be a international exposure, I think, and I'm very excited for that. So I'll be here to communicate between the participants and you, and I expect it will be a lot of learning experience. Want to ask something, or should I invite straightforwardly to Mr. Mike to start the proceedings? Please unmute yourself, Mr. Mike. Oh, no. You're not audible right now.
Recording in progress.
So please unmute yourself. You are on mute, but I can't listen. Our team is trying to find out what's the problem. Is there anyone else who can speak so that we can judge our Mike is speaking, but he's not audible here. Asif Khan, can you speak, please? Asif Khan, please unmute yourself. Walaikum salam. How are you? Okay. Mr. Mike, I think there is a problem with your with the mic. The problem with the mic's mic. Yeah, we have allowed. We have already allowed. नहीं वो mute. Okay. Mr. Mike, I think there is some problem because we have tested from another participant and we are hearing his voice, but I think there is some problem and Mr. Mike is not audible to us. Dr. A.Q. Khan Sahab. Dr. A.Q. Khan Sahab, we have. Yes. I think he has. On the right side, on your side, it's all right. Yes. Yes, sir. He's trying to rejoin. Yes. You are in, Mike. So up to you, sir.
My classroom, I don't want to go to school. So I asked him, what can we do like if I ask you to go to school? He said, Papa, better if you can make our home a school. So it was a lot of learning for me. So and then I tried to make my room and my home like the school environment. And I readjusted the things because students, they don't like school, they don't like classroom, they don't like teachers. It's very obvious, by nature, students or even we people, we don't like this. Yeah, we are the main stakeholders. We are organizing schools, we are organizing the classrooms, and because they're our internal clients, they are paying us money, the parents, they are the potential clients. Absolutely, right. But at the same time, when I see my students, when they come to school in the morning, their blood pressure is very high. And while they are going back 2 days ago, I was just noticing and I was just observing students right at the time of off time. They were feeling so great. They were happy camper and they were dancing, they were laughing, they were clapping, and they were having the high five. And they had a different kind of feeling. They were enjoying their freedom. It means they are not feeling great in the school. So now we really need to go into the next level and we need to make the school where students would love to come out there and would love to stay out there for the longest. In China, I experienced students come in the morning and the school time is 9 to 5. Teachers are there, students are there, they're planning for the next day, and they, they, they never look like school. They look like a place where they are experiencing something. So the classroom uh, is the source to make this world a better place. And now the question is what we are doing, what one thing, what greatest thing we are doing to make the classroom a place where students can come and enjoy and learn, and as a continuity, they can make this world a beautiful place. So I think the world is happening in the classroom. If the classroom environment is not up to that standard, how can we make this world a beautiful place for next generations? We are creating stress. I had a research, and it took like more than 2 decades, and I could interview with a lot of kids. Kids don't like school, and they have a lot of complaints against schools, which they can't tell us. Even they can, because they are going to school to make us happy. Students, they attend their classroom, they go to school because the parents are pushing. And they just want to make their parents happy. Sometimes they want to make their teachers happy. Sometimes they want to make their relatives happy because, yes, they are going to school, they're the greatest students. And at the same time, why students want to get the highest marks? Because they want to please us, they want to make us happy. So I'm so scared that the classroom isn't the place where we can't really, where we are not creating those kind of leaders, we are not creating those kind of people who can make this world a place where the next generation come, where the next generation can experience, and when the next generation will come, they will continue from that level. So we are stuck somewhere. So the classroom is becoming a stress room. The classroom is becoming a source of fear. And you know, the fear means false evidence appearing real. It means nothing in reality, but we are creating fear. So I had a research with one guy with my team from Japan and from the different countries. So we researched on the classroom that what's happening in the classroom. What's happening in the classroom? If we get to see into the deepest level, at the micro level, that what are the consequences? The way we are teaching in the classroom, there are corporal punishment, there are the bullies, and we are rebuking students, we are scolding them, we are pushing them, and we are not pulling them in a way that we can attract positive energy. We are pushing them to do something what we love to do. We don't listen them up like what they love to do, what they love to do. So we need to listen them. And in a classroom, there is no democratic environment. There is some authoritative environment. There is one teacher who is authority, who is controlling the class. He or she is speaking louder, controlling, rebuking, scolding, and pushing, and just giving the order. It looks like there is some martial law in a classroom. Or classroom, that's why it's becoming a source of fear, stress. So I feel the classroom is becoming a factory where we're producing the stressful people. We are creating the people with a lot of fears. So how this fear is coming into the classroom. I noticed when we are just talking about the consequences because today is a greatest opportunity to look into the things in a different perspective. Yes, we are everyone doing, but today we got to concentrate like what happens in a classroom and what kind of people we are creating from that classroom, because the classroom is a place where students join in the morning And they spend their internal prime time in the school, in their classroom. Internal prime time means when someone is in the full element and the blood RPM is faster. And this is a time when you get up in the morning, and this is your internal prime time. You are in your best of your energy, and you can do a lot of things early in the morning. If you're a day person, it means if you are sleeping at night and you're working in the day. So from morning, the blood RPM is faster, okay, and the superconscious level is 20%. It's active, which with the passage of time, which gets deactivated, and the external prime time starts after 2 o'clock, after 3 o'clock. So students in our classroom and the teachers, they are spending with us their internal prime time, the most significant time in 24 hours, because they just pop in the morning, they pop up, they travel, they take their breakfast, they're fresh, and they want to attend their class, and they just want to learn something out of the box and out of the world. And we as a teacher, we as a management, we are facilitating them. We need to know our role, like what we are doing for them. We are actually helping them to fulfill their dreams. I feel that we need to help students to dream bigger in their life, and then we need to make them believe, yes, it can happen. It's possible. It's quite possible because today's world is totally changed. Like Dr. Naeem, he's introducing the technology, and he's changing the classroom environment with the help of all our teachers, or with the help of all our owners and investors and the education. So it's a great opportunity. I think he is really bringing spectacular energy, and he is inculcating and helping our students and helping our education system onto the next level. So we all are very much thankful on behalf of you teachers, the investors and the school owners. So what we are talking about, the classroom is becoming a factory where we are creating fears. And where this fear is coming from? Where this fear is coming from? So number one, what I could see, because I help students to learn a language, and this is not easy task, because if you want to teach them English or any language, a new language, and most importantly, they don't like to speak it. It's a human psychology. If we speak one language, we don't like to speak another one. As a human psychology, as a human body, we don't like even to work harder. We want everything easy. We want to stay in a comfortable zone. So what's happening in the classroom? What I could learn in classroom, and I'm sharing my experience. That number one, we are creating a fear in the classroom. We don't allow our students to make mistakes. We don't allow students to make any mistake. If they make any mistake, we punish them in front of people. We rebuke them. We scold them. We shout at them. And it means we are discouraging him to make any mistake. And remember, if you're making mistakes, you're going for success. And making mistakes is the biggest deal for the biggest success. You know, the Thomas Alva Edison life failed many a time. So we are not allowing our students to get failed in the classroom. And then what's the purpose of classroom if we don't allow students to make mistakes? We don't allow students to get zeros in their class, in their tasks. We are not allowing students already to experience something new. We are punishing them in front of people. We are demoralizing. We are bullying them. We are saying something negative. And you know what we listen, we become. It's a human psychology. It's a terrible thing. What we listen, we become. So what our students are listening from us, we need to use some motivational and encouraging language. And that's a totally different language. I know one teacher, Rita Pearson, is the greatest teacher. She got the Nobel Prize. And I was just watching her podcast on TED Talk, and she one day, one student, she took just 2 marks out of 20, and she said, "Wow, last time you took zero, and now you got 2 points. You are growing up. You're improving. I'm proud of you." But we don't do it. We discourage them. We punish them. We have bullies. We have the corporate punishment, and we as a teacher, we think how to punish students. Even I noticed teachers while they were having a cup of tea and they were discussing with each other, my students, they are not preparing their task and they are not showing 100% in the test. What to do? One teacher said you need to go with the stick. Another teacher said you must get the students out of the classroom and ask them to stand out there. And third teacher said better you punish them by penalizing them with money. Find them. So people, as a teacher, we are thinking that how to get our work done by them through the punishment, through the bullies, through the corporal things, and how to demotivate them. So the classroom, that's why, is becoming a factory where we are sucking all the passions of our students. We are sucking all the passion because we love them to do what we want them to do. We don't allow them to do their experience in their way. So number one is we punish them in front of students, and number two, what the worst thing is happening when we make the red circles. And there's I had read a book on the red circles, and yes, there was a great article as well. So the red circles in school are demoralizing and demotivating students, and it's a sabotage in the classroom. When students get the red circle marks in the test, I can't tell you how do they feel, though they don't reflect with their energy what they have, but it's and at the same time we are giving them a lesson that you got to do it once we will punish them. No, we need to inculcate and we need to. I sometimes I request teachers. I request better idea is to get the students motivated, help them to start learning, help them to start something from their own. Okay, rather you are punishing them and they are doing. So now the world is changed because one of my friend asked me that what's the definition of leadership. So leadership, because our next podcast is coming about the leadership, the teacher leadership, like how teachers can shift from teaching to the leadership, because now today's teacher's role is totally changed. Now we don't need to teach them because again, students don't love teaching. Students, because no one, it's a human nature. No one wants to learn from anybody, and especially in the classroom, uh, we feel really embarrassed being a students if someone is teaching. As I'm asking all of you, the 51 people, 51 participants are there. If someone come and tell you, hey, you're doing wrong and you need to do this and that, you won't like it. It's a human nature. Working hard is not a human nature. And like being correct, like if people ask you, like you are doing wrong and they correct us, we don't like. People don't like criticism. Though it's a tool like the all top organizations, they are really elevating their business just because of the criticism. Well, so classroom is becoming a source of fear and it's sucking all the passions from students, and especially the red circles, they are demoralizing, they are really demotivating. All right, because I'm dealing every day with the English language with the students, so I want to tell you my experience. What happens? I don't want my students to speak correct English. I always love to listen them speaking wrong English, and I always encourage them. I said, "Wow, boy, I don't find their syntax or the grammatical errors. I don't point out like your sentence structure, even the pronunciation. No, I just encourage them. I let them make mistakes in their life. The more mistakes they will make, the more they will learn and they will have a better experience. Because I had no idea how to use the cell phone. So very first day, I make a lot of mistakes. If I ask you to go and drive the car, you will make a lot of mistakes. So I allow my students to make mistakes, and I don't teach them correct English because I have two rules of speaking English. Rule number one is that there is no rule of speaking English. And rule number two is that follow the first rule. So there is no rule. So for speaking, I invite them and I create that environment. I encourage them. I don't push them. I pull them because I believe in the law of attraction. So when I speak to them, I become English. And we are entering right now in a very different era, in a very different time of our life because We don't need teachers, we need leaders, and we don't need to teach. I want to tell you because maybe I will forget to share about it that we don't need to teach. Even I don't teach. I show up. I show up. I train my students through the body. I use my body. Even I train a lot of my maths teachers to start your class with the yoga exercises. If you will start some yoga exercises, you will get them free of mind, and you will see you will get extraordinary and incredible results from your class. And it happened. It happened. So I put activities. I do activities and students are learning. I will show up my videos if I could get today, and I will share the links as well. Like what I'm teaching, I always take my students out of the classroom. I always love to change their environment because when you change their environment, you change their mind, you change their perspective, you change their. Because I teach a neurolinguistic program, and if you want to bring a better change to relocate the people, so I don't believe in classroom personally. I believe in the playground. So I get my students in the playground and I play with them. And in the meanwhile, they speak English and they are learning a lot of new things in their life. Well, so right after some time, I would share my slides, and it definitely would help all of us to look at the life and look at the concerns, look at the classroom in a different perspective. And definitely, I also need to learn a lot. I'm not the master, I'm learning and I'm sharing, and I will learn from your experience. But I will tell you today how I have made my classroom a stress-free classroom. So this is the Mike's classroom management techniques what I'm share today, and it would definitely would help you. So you can pick out the things as per your choice, as per your culture, as per your environment, because nothing is 100%. And I want to break a news that students remember, like write it down somewhere. Students don't accept anything less than 100%, especially the children. They don't accept anything less than 100%. They want their teachers the perfect people. They feel like they come from the divinity, so they can't make mistakes anyway. So they need to be perfect, perfectly. They need to be very much activated. Even I've been working on the hunger management and the anger management, the two different management. So teachers before going to the classroom, they must take their breakfast, they must take their tea, coffee, whatever, and they need to prepare because preparation is more important than the preparation. So you first prepare yourself, prepare your mind. You take three long breaths and then you enter into the classroom. I would share my experience, is what I could experience in my last 2.5 decades, not just in Pakistan and China, Australia, USA, in many. And I have designed the classroom according to their culture, according to their norms, according to their beliefs, according to the religion. You know, you need to keep perspective all in your before designing the classroom. And I want to tell you, being an investor, teacher, you are organizing so many schools. If you can experience something in your classroom, you would see you will change the whole school and you will see your perspective and the image of your school will be totally changed. But there's only one deal that we're going to make the classroom a friendly classroom. It will take time. It's not easy, but it happens. It happens. It needs experience. That's why I need to share something, my slides, because at the same time you can read and you can save it, you can experience it in your classroom. So let me share. Yes. So here, the first slide is about as a Mike's classroom management technique. So I can be wrong. I'm also learning, but you got to pick out the things according to your demand, according to your environment, according to your situation. All right. So before experiencing anything new in your life, you need to know few things because first we need a foundation. With the same mindset, we can't bring a change in the classroom. In order to bring the massive change, first we have to become a different person. We have to recondition our mind. We have to redefine our imagination. So number one is always remember that success is number three. Success is 10% of your total efforts of your total efforts. It means you have to increase your number of efforts to practice something and to get the best results. Like we will discuss few techniques. So you gotta experience, you gotta invest your time, money, and energy. But remember, success is only 10% of total efforts. Once there's a great impresario who created the songs for the great movies, and he was interviewed by the Darren Hardy, and Darren Hardy asked him, "What's the secret? Because your 10 songs are always in the top 10 songs of the United States and the Hollywood." Wow, what an amazing person he is. He was creating songs, and always his top 10 songs are there in the market and in the top 10 chart. And he was asked, "What's the secret?" And he said, "It only could happen because I created 1,000 songs. And out of 1,000 songs, if you take it 10%, so my 100 songs are always hit in the market, and 10 songs are always in the top 10. So it means you have to increase your number of efforts." On another question, he was asked, "What do you do when you get tired by doing this? Because creating 1,000 songs is not easy task." And he said, "There's only one secret. When I get tired from my work, when I get tired from my work, I start working more because that's the right time. That's the right time. Your blood RPM is faster. You are much closer to your solution. You are much closer to the best solution of your problem, of your challenge. So success is on always 10% of total efforts. And other 90%, a lot of people ask, what about the 90%? That's where your learning is. And we can't waste our mistakes. Mistakes are blessings. We make mistakes and we get more closer to our success. But we don't need to camp around on our mistakes. We need to think, how can I learn from it? Okay, and go on to the next level. And there's one more beautiful point, and that's the second last point on the screen. Don't conceive the possibility of failure. A lot of people, when they try something new in their life, even 97% people, when they try something and they get failed, they don't give a second try. It's a latest research. 97% people, they don't attempt on the second time. On the first failure, they quit and they say it's over and they get on to the next project on the new thing. I want to tell you, before you start anything, don't conceive the possibility of failure. On 13 October, on 13th October in the United States, they people invite 1,000 top failure story from the United States. Top 1,000 failure story, the people who started their projects and they failed. And they were asked, what was the major reason of your failure? There were so many reasons, but what was the one major reason could not help you to become the greatest success in your life, to greatest success in your business? What was holding you back to for that biggest success? And the unanimous and the common answer was they accepted, they confessed it, that before we started our projects, we were half-hearted. We were not sure that we can win. That we were not sure that we're going to be successful. Once they started, they had a feeling maybe we can be successful, but maybe they had a lot of fears and doubts in their mind and their heart. That's why they became the failure story. And I want to tell you, the top 1,000 successful people, when they were asked, what is your secret? And they shared, before we started a project, we had a belief in our heart and mind that, and they idolized, they visualized their biggest success. They were thinking, yes, if we're going to do it, if we will do this project, we will get the biggest success in our life. So that's only the difference. That's only the difference. If we are half-hearted and if we are not convinced and if we have the personal chatter inside, if that is not happy, if it's not satisfied, if it is not motivated, if it is not disciplined, you can't go for the biggest success. So, and that's why don't consider the possibility of failure before you start anything, before you get started any new project. Always be passionate and always idolize the biggest success because it's possible. All top 3% successful people in their life, they were highly motivated and they idolized their success at the highest level. They were imagining that we're going to be the most successful people in the world. And I want to tell you, all top successful people, they idolize, they imagine, and they visualize their success before they start anything. And the first point here I need to tell you that nothing works first time. Nothing works first time. If you have any new information and if you want to practice something new, remember, nothing works first time. I once visited one of my friends' home. I was used to call her mom, and I've been going there for a long time. And whenever I pop in their house, the mama always came up with lots of amazing foods within no time. She used to bring right in front of the table. I one day asked, Mama, how do you manage to cook the foods? You just whip up. You're not even cooking. You whip up within no time and you serve it onto the table. How is it possible? And she said, I can tell you, 35 years ago, when I made the first dish, it was really yucky. It was not up to the mark. It has no taste. And my husband, he threw that dish out of the room and he was so angry. So now, 35 years gone, and I have experienced all the dishes every day, and now I'm expert. I said, okay, I would love to go with you in the kitchen. I went with her in the kitchen, and she was using the spices. Even not, she was not measuring with spoons or ladles or the big spoons or the plates. No, she was just putting the things like she was taking like this, and the food was ready. Seriously, why? Because she told me, now I'm experienced. I have experienced it, and now the things are changed, and I'm expert in making all the things at the top level. Well, so success is 10% of your total efforts. Don't consider the possibility of your failure, all right? And winning edge benefit. It's a point number one, two, three, four. Winning edge benefit. There's a great philosophy of winning edge benefit. If you see the horses when they run, and the horse races. And you mostly not notice the horses, they don't have noses. Their noses are totally flat. They don't have noses and they run. And the winning horse win by the centimeters, very, very little margin. And the second horse is on the very little margin. Even the third one is there on the third position with a little margin. And the winning horse win by noses with a very little minor difference. So if you are a little better over the other people, you will win in the market and you're going to be the biggest success. All right. So I want to tell you like how I start my classroom because let's move on to the classroom environment, how I make my classroom motivated and passionate, how I inculcate passions into their life. So I have divided my classroom into the three parts, the beginning part and the middle part and the last part of my classroom. I want to tell you how I start my classroom. When I get into the class, first, number one is my students, they're always waiting for my class and they feel excited when I get into the room. They really wait for me because I have a connection with them. I take care of them. I take care of them like they are my own kids. I stand outside my classroom and I wait for my students. And as they come, I have the greetings and the salutations, and I hug them. I have the fist bumping. I have the high five. I have the butterfly. So I connect with them first. Then I, like the mother, like the father, then I invite them, okay, please come into the classroom like the father, and the mother says, please come into the home. So then I invite them to sit in their chair. I respect them. I value them. I take care of them. And in response, I get the same thing. Value, care, love, kindness, and attention. These are the four major milestones we are born to bring in our life. So what I do when I start my class, I always start with some brain breakers, brain boosters, or the brain teasers. I use attention grabbers, callbacks, storytelling, rhymes, poems, tongue twisters. So my classroom is very interesting. I feel I feel really, I feel like it's not good for me if my students they are getting bored in my class, and I get more than 100% results by doing all this because if someone asks me what's most important, learning or the fun, so I would say fun comes first in the classroom. So let's make a classroom a place where people can experience, they can laugh, they can smile, not over other people. We're going to make them responsible, and we have to show them the teachings. We don't need to teach them subjects, we need to show them. And right now, we are getting onto the next level consciousness through the IT boards and the teachers' environment is we are creating from that Chace system and the AppTech system. It's amazing Cambridge system, like for all the students, for the teachers. So it's a great facilitation. Well, so when I go to the classroom, I always start my classroom, and it brings attention. My students they start looking at me. First, I get into the classroom and I say, "Focus, focus, everybody, focus." So my students they get focused on me. They start looking at me, and I keep doing until my last student is not attentive to listen to my talk, because there are many types of students: the orphan students and the vulnerable students and students from the deprived class, deprived backgrounds. They sometimes come from the vulnerable environment. They are not even having the right facilities in their life, and they have the different numbers in their families. Sometimes their mothers are died. Sometimes they are living in their home with their guardians. So every student is different. So we need to bring empathy in the class. So we need to put ourselves in their shoe and need to understand them, that how the student is feeling before getting into the classroom, and how my student is feeling and what his background. Maybe he or we in the morning maybe would have been punished, or maybe would have been rebuked by the parents, or maybe my lot of I personally experience a lot of students that come without the breakfast, and they are not their element, they are not in their right energy. So we need to understand them. We need to bring more empathy into the classroom. This is most significant. The more we will become empathetic for them, the more and the better people they will become, and they can play the pivotal role to make this society, to make this world a better and a worth living place and a worth loving place for the generation next. And this is only the way. That's why I feel the classroom is a place where we have to be really, 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 really responsible for it. And we have to look at the responsibility not at the macro level. We have to really look into it in the micro level. So what I do when I start my class, I say focus, focus, everybody focus. So this is attention grabber, and one attention grabber is enough for one class for 1 month. So 12 attention grabbers can play a very important role for the 12 months. So let's bring more fun. And because students, they are the leaders, they are not happy and satisfied. They don't love repetition. They don't love to repeat many things. They always love to see, they always look forward for something new in their life. They want to experience something new, and they want to experience something different in their life. Students and the children, especially, they are very, very amazing people. They are very different. They are also very much responsible, and they have all the qualities what the leadership, what the leaders have in their life. And that's the recipe. If you want to become a great leader, then spend more time with the students, with the children, and you will win the leadership. I have read this article and it was viral all over the globe, that how to think like students. So, and what 10 things like students are doing much better than the top leaders in the world. Yes. So children, they are really responsible people, and we really can work with them, and we need to empower them. We need to. I want to tell you one of my story. My mom, I was used to call me sir from my childhood. Even I mostly call my students, sir. So where are you going? So what are you eating? So what's happening? I always have very positive questions with them, but I use them, sir, miss. I use these salutation. I empower them. I'm giving them a lesson that how to give respect to other people. So respect always comes from from top to the bottom. So I give them respect. All right, again. So I keep doing this. Focus, focus. Everybody focus. So I sometimes have to do it for 5 times, 10 times. So until my last student is not participating with me, with all the students, okay? So I keep going. I keep going and I keep doing all this. Sometimes, if they are not attentive in the class, if one or two students are not, then I make it faster. Focus, focus, everybody focus. Focus. So the more energy come into the classroom, and the more students will be embracing and more would be aligned with us in the classroom. So I use these kind of attention grabbers. One more attention grabber I want to share. Later on, I can share is master printing as you can learn and you can experience in your classroom with help of your teachers. And all the teachers can make your classroom together because together we can. That's why we need to get together. So one more attention grabber, I say Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Roll. I sometimes use Tootsie Roll, Lollipop, Tootsie Roll, Lollipop. We've been talking, now let's talk. So this is one more attention grabber. So my students start looking at me and they love to sing with me. They love to do and follow with me. So I again keep going until my last student is not participating, my last student is not following me. So one attention grabber for 1 month and two callbacks. Callbacks are also very important. Like I said, macaroni and cheese. I said macaroni and cheese, and every student in response say, I say macaroni and cheese, and my students say, everybody freeze. Macaroni and cheese, everybody freeze. Macaroni and cheese, everybody freeze. So I start my class with these, or sometimes hey, my students say, oh, hey, hey, attention grabbers, how can we use them? So attention grabbers and callbacks can be used in a class before you start your class, or if your students are not attentive, they are distracted. And I want to tell you why students distract in the class, why students are not listening. It's not their fault. Being a teacher, we need to accept the responsibility. Being a teacher, being a leader, we have to captivate them. We have to make the classroom the engaging one. We have to make them engaged with us. And it's a teacher's fault if students is not attentive in the class. We have to accept this responsibility and we have to show up differently in the classroom. So lots of training is required for the teachers and for everybody. So training is not a one-day job. It's an ongoing process. In the United States, people, everybody, almost everyone, they spend 10% of their personal income on their personal development and training. Everybody wants to go into the next level. Well, so sometimes I use different kind of brain breakers. I use different kind of rhymes and different, like I mostly say students, okay, let's make a sign of affinity. Okay, I start my class. It's a challenge. So there are hundreds of the brain breakers you can use in your classroom or the brain teasers. Then I ask them, okay, make with the both hands, okay, and they start doing so different kind of activities. Sometimes I say, okay, let's have the bumping with the feet and different kind of activities we can start with the class. So first 2-3 minutes for the teachers are very important that how to engage and how to captivate the class and how to make them listen because we have to make them listen. We have to take up this responsibility. Okay, so let's move on to let's see some attention grabbers. Like if teacher goes into the class and say class, class, and students say yes, yes, class, class, yes, yes. Or sometimes you say 1, 2, 3, eyes on me, and students say 1, 2, 1, 2, eyes on you, 1, 2, eyes on you. So at the same time, teachers and students. So you can deploy these kind of attention grabbers in your class and in your master plans, in your monthly activity programs. You can share it with the teachers so they will use them. And let's make the classroom the much better environment for the learning environment for our students. All right. So there are so many like weekend students. Everybody rock. Everybody roll. Everybody rock. Everybody roll. Everybody rock. Everybody roll. So we sometimes we say line up and we say buttercup. All right, line up, buttercup. So at the same time you are like sometimes we say holy moly with guacamole. Holy moly. Students say guacamole. And sometimes you say, all set, and students say, you bet. All set, you bet. So it's a two-way communication. So you both, students and teachers, both are investing their energy and time to make the classroom more engaging, and you help them to make it more engaging classroom. So I bet if you're going to experience all this, you will see. Because teachers are also under stress, students are under stress. So let's make it a place where they both can come and they can feel great, they can feel empowered, they can feel elated, they can feel thrilled, and they can feel more passionate. Passions also can be added into the people's life. Okay, so there are so many. So I have shared few. Like my most favorite is macaroni and cheese. My students say everybody free. Macaroni and cheese, everybody free. So you can use 2, 3 callbacks and one attention grabber in 1 month. So this is the way. So for 12 months, you can experience it with all your classroom. It's not just for the young children, it's for every classroom. Let's think differently. Because if you're going to do what everyone is doing, you won't have the different results. To get the different results, number one, in order to achieve something bigger, we have to become different. And to achieve some greatest results in the class, we have to do it differently. And if you're not doing a difference, of course, you won't get. And don't be scared to become a different in your classroom or in your approach. Leaders are always different. Okay, so we already have discussed the classroom is full of fears and the weekly tasks, the red circles, and the fear of punishment and the fear of like speaking wrong English, incorrect English. So let's stop making our classroom a passion sucking machine. His classroom is becoming a passion sucking machine. So we have to stop it. We have to make it a place where, and well, what I do, I have a different names for my classroom. I have started with the kindergarten classes. So my most junior class in the class in a school, its name is the NASA class, NASA. Wow. So it's a feeling, it's energy, it's empowerment. They will be feel connected with some idea, with some connection, with something they will learn later on though, but they will experience it. I met one young guy and I say, hey, what's your name? He said, my name is Dr. Mike. Oh my God, his name was, he was using the word doctor. The person you want to become, start doing it right now. Just feel it. Start living that life. If you feel like I'm going to be a doctor, so start using the word doctor along with you. So these are the empowerment claims we can have with our students, and we really can make the classroom the best place. Okay, one more thing, what can make our classroom the best classroom? In the picture right now, you can see the guy. This is a Ron Clark school model where they teach through activities and songs and rhymes, the passions, and they're adding more passions. They are using technology. They are inculcating everything to make the classroom a better place. Have you ever noticed how children feel great? What can we do to make them happy? The happiest person can learn more. The person in stress will never learn. They can cram, but they will never learn. They won't become the great scientists. They won't become the people, the thought leaders. They can't become the speakers. They can't change the world. First, we have to allow them. We need to know our potential client. What do they want? What are they looking forward? And I want to tell you, students mostly like the teacher who is more funny, who is more interesting, who always brings something new to the class, who always bring in the new methodology into the class, and always making the classroom a fun place. Yes. So there is one beautiful thing we can share. We can do it. I'm just putting it in the middle. The classroom rule. We need to make the classroom rules. Most of the time, the biggest mistake teachers and the managements they are doing, they make the classroom rules, but they make it in the office. No, go into the classroom and ask the students, ask every class, discuss your problem, discuss your expectation. The classroom rules mean what are you expecting from the classroom? So we need to bring a democratic environment. We need to ask students, What kind of rules can help you to study more in the class? What do you want from the teacher? What do you want from the management? What do you want from the parents? What are you looking forward in your life? How can you feel better? What can make you happy? What can make you powerful? What can make you passionate about the classroom? What can make you happy in the classroom? We need to question our students. And the classroom rules would be different in every class. And let's make like agreement between teachers or the management and the classroom students. And every classroom would be different from other classrooms. And we need to allow them to make that classroom the learning and the fun place. And for this, both teachers and students, they need to discuss with each other and they need to make the classroom rules. They are not just rules, they are the expectations. What students are expecting from us. And on the other side, being a teacher, what we are expecting from our students. So let's make a consolidated page. Sometimes you can have a 10 rules, sometimes you can have the 20 rules. If you have more rules, better you start from the 5 rules. Paste the 5 rules in the class. Practice them. Keep practicing 1 month, 2 months, and then add 5 more into it, and then 5 more into it. Make them disciplined. Success, I'm telling you, is not coming from setting goals. No, success is coming from the right direction. I notice many people, they selected their direction, they knew their direction, they could knew their passion. They knew passion means if something you are doing and you feel great about it, even you're not getting money, people even not appreciating, but you feel great about it. Okay, so this is what your passion is. So like here you can see always be kind. It's really interesting. The Ron Clark had 54 classroom rules, but he used to paste 5 rules. Like what if I have a class, so because everybody need motivation, everybody need to be pumped up before the classroom. So I mostly have these 3, 4 classroom rules, which I deploy the different beautiful charts in the classroom because I help students learn English. So I deploy different charts. I love to speak English. I love to speak English. I made so many charts and I deployed in every classroom, in every zones, in the cafeterias or in the canteen or in the classrooms, in the corridors, and everywhere I write. I love to speak English, and it brings a positive energy into the students. Likewise, the classroom rules. Okay, so what I do, 4 charts are very important for your class. Dream big, take risk. Okay, they are very important. They're very important. Dream big dreams. Okay, take risks. Be consistent. Okay, and go for the biggest success. Be consistent. So these are the motivational lines, the standees or the charts I deploy in every classroom. So let's make the classroom highly motivated, fun, and let's make it environment and energy for students where they can learn. Otherwise, they will cram, but they won't be learning. So here you see, ask the question, listen carefully. If you look at the classroom rules, so different teachers, they can have the different complaints and the different, they are with the students at the different levels, like work quietly, play safely, always do your best, okay? Ask question, raise your hand to speak up. Don't speak, just raise your hands first, okay? Then wait for your opportunity and then speak up and always respect others. These are the classroom rules, expectations, and we can set in the classroom with the help of our students. Let them connect together, students and teachers. They will sit together and they will write this agreement chart. So establish clear rules for your classroom and learn and set the clear expectations. What teacher is looking forward from the classroom, what management is looking forward, and what the teacher. It's like a great contract. It's like an agreement. This is the classroom rules. So you can change it time to time. Even right now, we are going to experience the IT implication in our classroom. The same things we need up there. All right. And I feel right now, I'm talking on behalf of Sir Dr. Naeem and Dr. Asaf and the great team of this Cantab system, because we are bringing paradigm shifting in our classroom through the IT screens and the teachers teaching from the head office, and it's a great So right now, the teachers will have their pads, okay, the tabs. So now their responsibility is more. They have to become more alive in the classroom. They have to show up more in the classroom. They have to show up differently now, and they must be trained. And I had an opportunity. I just want a secret with you. Once I was hired by the Chinese different schools for the training. So one big panel asked me, Mike, how do you feel about the children? And I'm telling you one secret how to hire the teacher. The top secret. I'm not talking about the qualification. I'm not talking about the experience. I'm not talking about the background. I'm talking about something different right now. So the greatest thing, what the Chinese asked me, Mike, how do you feel about the children? And I said, I love children. I love children. I love them from bottom of my heart. And seriously, they never asked me a second question. And they signed an agreement with me and they paid me a lot of money. Because if the teachers have very special love and kind-hearted and the service heart for the students, Karen, don't look at the qualification because that person would be more passionate and that person would be more teachable for your classroom. Because again, the classroom is the best place, is the advertisement, it's everything. Everything is going from your classroom. If something is happening bad in the classroom, it will reflect your school outside. Okay, so we need to set the classroom rules and the standards. Okay, so let's move on to something more. I'm just extending more golden rules. Again, these golden rules are not final, so you can make, again, with the help of students. We are not authority. We are bringing a democracy in our classroom. Even I have a lot of objections in the classroom environment, the sitting plan. We need to have the U plan, the U classroom, or we need to ask them to sit in a circle so everybody can see each other and everybody can talk to each other. Everybody can listen with full attention. So we need to rethink and redefine our imagination that what kind of sitting plan we need in the classroom. So we need to discuss, your teachers are your leaders, invite them on a cup of tea and discuss with them how can we get better results in the classroom? What are the bad things or the worst things happening in the classroom? What are your complaints? And then ask the students as well, what are you looking forward? Like, there are the 10 golden rules. Come on time. I don't believe in on time. I believe in time. If your school starts at 9 o'clock, students must be there at 8:40 or 8:45 and minimum 8:50. So what's the philosophy behind it? The preparation. Preparation is more important than preparation. So everything needs preparation. So while before giving this presentation, I prepared my mind. I took a cup of tea, I took my breakfast, I prepared myself for because I wanted to give more than 100% to my listeners, to my clients. Okay, so here you see prepare for classroom, eyes on the board, listen and other talk. So these are the disciplines you can bring. Again, I'm telling you, discipline even is more important. And discipline is something if you're doing something again and again and again and again and over and over and over and over, it becomes your habit. It becomes your habit. So discipline is a habit. Discipline is not a requirement. Discipline. Hi, Sir Javed Altaf. I'm sorry. I'm just speaking, speaking and speaking, and I can see everybody with me here, and we are really enjoying every bit of it. I'm enjoying. This audience is so amazing. They are really concentrating. Most of the time, I'm a teacher, I'm in a school, so I don't wait that my janitorial staff will come and pick out the trash or the clutters or the wrappers or something. No. Wherever I see, I just pick this up and I throw it in the trash can. So likewise, everyone is responsible to make the environment clean, not just the janitorial staff, teachers, management. Everyone who is in the school is responsible to make the environment neat and clean, to keep it neat and clean. It's not about like making clean, clean, clean. No, it's about it means we gotta make it clean. We gotta keep it clean. Okay? And we gotta set the new norms. We gotta set the new benchmarks. I want to tell you because here on this part of globe, teacher expects lot of respect from their students. Please stop expecting. Please stop expecting that student must give you respect. Stop desiring. Stop desiring. People will give you if you deserve for it. If you deserve for it. If you are engaged with them. And if you want to empower them. Students, I'm telling you, they're the leaders. If they feel that teacher is very contributing in our life, they would definitely pay you off back in a huge reward in respect and everything. So respect is not something what you can expect people to give you. Respect you earn from your students. You earn respect. You earn the respect from the people around you. My lot of teachers they ask me, sir, students don't give me respect. Students don't give me respect. I said we need to learn how to earn respect. Love and respect they are earned by doing, by contributing in their lives, how they're contributing in their life, what role you are playing in their life, how can you helping them to get the better marks, how are you helping your students to dream bigger in their life. And I notice most of the time the communication between teachers and students, this is very negative, and sometimes it's the bullies are happening. Teachers, when I was so young, my teacher said, if you will not come tomorrow, I will see you on another day. I will beat you. I will kill you. So I had the fear. And the same thing happened. In that fear, I couldn't show up the next day. And the third day, teachers did. I can tell you how did you respond. So the conversation between teachers and students is very important. It's very important, especially when they are not in the classroom. That matters a lot. What kind of teachers are communicating, how they're communicating with the students. Are they using bullies? Are they helping students to dream bigger in their life? Are they encouraging them what they're doing? That's the real job. Whatever they are doing, they need to comment, they need to encourage them by telling them, by saying it, wow, when you are smiling, when you are happy, I feel great. Go ahead and have fun. Even someone is happy, you can encourage them. If one student is really eating food, you say, wow, I really like it because after eating this food, you will be so energetic and you will show up in the class really at the top notch. So the conversation between teachers and students matters a lot, and we really need to work a lot. We need to train our teachers that what kind of conversation, that what kind of communication you need to have with the students other than the classroom. In the classroom, definitely there would be following some content, but once they are not in classroom, that's most important. That even we need to train our parents that what kind of conversation you can have. I can tell you what happened in my life when I was so young. My mom always said, my son is going to be the biggest success. My son's going to be the biggest success. She told this to everyone and she set a very positive expectation in my life. Very positive expectation. When I was so young, my mom took me in a marriage ceremony and said, hey, look, he's my son, and you will see one day he's going to be gigantic. He's going to be the biggest success in his life. You will see one day he will be successful. He will rock the world. He would become the great speaker, or he's going to be the great personality. She never put the limitation. Don't put the limitation you become doctor, engineer, or something. It's a limitation. Kids, children, they are born, and we as a human being, we born with an unlimited level of potential. We just need to know the direction. We just need to know what I can do, what I feel if I'm going to do it, I will be feeling great. That's where your passion, that's where you need to give your direction. You need to put your energy into it. So my mom always helped me to set a very clear expectation. Here's one beautiful law, and I really need to explain because before going to the next slide, I need to tell you seriously. It's a bottom line of today's marathon workshop and the webinar. There is one beautiful law. The law is law of expectations. And I want to tell you, in our life, there are three types of expectation. Three types. Expectation number one, what the parents have from their children. They are expecting very high. You see, the moms, they get up early in the morning, even they are not feeling great at night, suffering from disease or something, but they get up early in the morning, they whip up, they cook the breakfast for their children. Why? Because they're expecting very high. Once in a conference, almost 1 lakh, okay, parents, they were invited in the big conference and they were asked, what do you want for your children? What do you want for your children? And there was a unanimous answer from all the parents. The parents, they on the survey, they told that we want to see our children happiest people in their life, happiest people in their life. If you're happy, you would be, of course, you would be more richer. All right, you can become rich. So the purpose is not to become rich. The purpose is to become happy. Learn how to stay happy in their life. Like in the Finland, they are investing $1 trillion, and you know what's their mission? What's their goal of their schooling is in the whole Finland? They are number one in the world. You know what's the mission behind that education? There are only 2 hours class in a day, and total 19 hours class in 1 week. And for other hours, the students just experience their life because unfortunately, we have made a school where we feel like it's a fake organization because the life we are faking the life in the school because the practical life is totally different. So we need to learn, we need to reinvestigate the case, we need to redefine, we need to question ourselves, like what's happening in the classroom or in the school. So I'm just telling you, there are three expectations in our life. Expectation number one, what the parents have from their children, and they expect very hard from them, and that's why they are investing a lot into that. Expectation number two is what the teachers have, because the parents are very sincere with the children. They always want to see them happy, happy, happy. They always want to see them successful. They can't manage to see them going through the problems and setbacks and the crisis. They always want to see them happy. Being a parent, you are a parent, I'm a parent. So we want to see our children the most happy scamper and successful people. Expectation number two, what the teachers have from their students. If you have the service house teachers, teachers, they always expect very high from their students. Very high. They always want to see them rocking to the top positions in the boards, in the university, in the school, everywhere. They want to see them successful because they are loving their students unconditionally. Like the parents, they love their children unconditionally. Like the teachers, they love their students unconditionally, and they want to see them very, very, very happy, and they want to see them so successful. And expectation number three is what do you have from yourself? Being a teacher, being a trainer, speaker, being a coach, whoever you are. So you need to expect very hard from yourself and become a service heart and give more and more. And remember, if you want to learn more, then learn more and more. And most significantly, if you want to achieve more, if you want to achieve more and more in your life, so, then you have to really take care of yourself and you have to become a service heart. Be in love with humanity once suddenly you would see they would love you back. And always create a gap in giving and taking. That's where your leadership is. If you are giving to the people, to your students at this level, okay, at this level, and you are expecting, you're taking at this level, the difference between giving and taking is your leadership. That's where your respect is. That's where your love and kindness is. All right. So let me go on to the one more reinforcement what you can do in your class. Always speak something very positive and always have a tongue of praise for your students. Never ever discourage them. Always encourage them. And a lot of the 1,000 bullies, 1,000 the negative things are happening in 1 hour in one classroom. So that's why we really need to encourage them to do. You say if some students are getting 2 marks out of 20, we say, wow, great. Always find out something to praise him, encourage him, because the words you speak happens in their life. The more you listen, the more you become. And what you listen, you become. Your words become things. So always say something great, something really positive about their word, about them, and let them feel great in their life. It's all about the feeling. Always reward them and always praise them. It does not cost very high. It costs low. It costs zero. It's a zero cost you are investing in students' life in the classroom. Always appreciate them. Always have. There are 100 sentences what you can use for your students being a parent or being a teacher, to get your students motivated. Always you can motivate them. Like if some students taking 2 marks out of 20, you say, wow, you have done great. Last time it was 0 and now it's 2. And I can tell you, you are amazing. You got an amazing potential, talent, and you are you are seriously very intelligent. With a little attention, you can move on and you can get 20 out of 20. Next time, the student will get 8 and then 12, and then every time you will appreciate and always remind them your past performance, that last time you were doing this much, but now you are doing great. Wow, you are really making me proud. What a beautiful sentence you can say to your students. Wow, today you all students make me proud. You all make me thrilled and honored. I'm feeling great always with you. That's why I love and I come to your class to teach you. Wow. So you get to put all this in your classroom. Being a teacher, you really need to have very positive behavior. I always call my students sir. Sir. Even my students, they are 5 years old, 3 years old. I call them sir. The reason why I give them a feeling of important and they feel great. They feel empowered. You bring the positive energy and the positive vibes. You bring the resonance into your life. And you are activating the law of attraction. You will see, the more you will be feeling like this, you will be more responsible. So the key is responsibility. You got to make them responsible. And after a little practice, you don't need to even talk to them. You just need to get them motivated, and you will see students, they will give more than 100% in your classroom. And your classroom environment will be totally changed. And the consistent consequences, apply consistent consequences for misbehavior. If someone is not showing well, it's not are doing well in the class, so you need to tell them the consequences, what can happen. It's not about the motivation, it's about a motivation, because they need to know the consequences as well, or the right consequences, and let them decide what's great for them. And if you have the if you have the great classroom rules, okay, and the golden rules if you have in your class, I can tell you, you won't need to work on it. And you just need to remind them, you just need to make them disciplined for what we want them to achieve in this year or the next year, or whole of their educational life. This is the biggest challenge is coming up, because the more IT tools and more IT products we are introducing in our classroom, so the more work we need to work on, we need to invest more in. And it's not about money, it's about training your teachers how to engage the students. There is one theory what I feel, what I have been experiencing. First, I get connected with the students by doing some callbacks. I do some brain teasers. I do some brain breakers, callbacks. I do some funny things and I engage them. I engage my students with me. So without engaging, they won't learn from you. You won't get the required results. And you can't teach your syllabus, you can't teach your curriculum until students are not connected with you. When students, again, telling you, they don't accept anything less than 100%. So learn how to engage your students. So first, you get connected with your students. And number two, you connect them with the content you want to teach. And then you will see the amazing thing. The miracles will happen into the classroom. Make it more interactive. Make them more participative. Like the Adesta school, I like that schooling because uh, there is no aptitude for the classroom. It does not mean that students will join their class according to their ages. No, students would be that they have synthesized an online and the IT-based system, but we can get a lot of things from that Adestra school system. It's a Alan Musk school right now. You can see he is putting very serious dents, and he is really bringing a lot of positive energy. He is giving a 360-degree shifting to this world, and he has started one school. His name is Adestra School, and in that school, students the teacher will come, like in the top companies in the world. The leader come and write one problem on the board, and now students they will find the solutions. If there are 35 students in the class in that session, so every student will come up with a new solution. And right now, what we are doing, we have only one solution for one problem. But again, if you want to become a great scientist, great engineer, and you want to become more innovative, you want to become a great scientist, so you need to come up with a different solution. So you allow your students to speak up, you allow your students, you listen them, okay? You encourage them. If you have a different perspective, you tell them. And most significantly, if you don't know the answer, you must tell them that I don't know. The greatest and the best thing what you can do in your life, in the working environment, being a teacher and being a manager, being a leader, the most significant thing you can do for you and for humanity is that you tell the people that I don't know, because if you don't know, say clearly, I don't know, I will learn and I will experience. The sabotage you bring once you don't accept, I don't know, always accept. If you don't know, raise your hands being a teacher and say, I don't know. You're also a human being. And tell them, I'm also learning, I'm also a student. Don't let the teachers and your students, don't give them a feeling that you come from the divinity or you are coming from different part of globe. And I always recommend my teachers to always keep a couple of biographies, a couple of great books along with you. Always, it brings energy and the power in students. They will start learning. They will start questioning about the books, and you can tell them. You can add more knowledge. You can add more passions into their life. So we need to engage students first until whatever you are doing in your classroom, it will have zero result. It will have no impact because we all, in being a teacher, being a leader, we all are born to make a very positive impact in our life. So there's one more greatest thing what I could experience in my life as well, that use non-verbal clues. Like if I'm teaching my students, I use, if I have to say five students are five, so show up five. Neurolinguistic programming says if you show up the numbers with your hands and if you are showing up the things with your body. So there's a great teacher, is a Ron Clark. Uh, he is bringing more the non-verbal and the verbal clues in the class. He believes in teaching through the body. He's not teaching through just like the whiteboard. So the teacher in the Ron Clark Academy, they are teaching with their body. They say, hey, like, you know, say, I love you from bottom of my heart. Hey, how many students? So using your hands and your face, and you are moving, you are dancing, not kind of dancing. So you are not in proximity. You are moving in the class. You are engaging them. Make them a live classroom. Don't make it like there is one robot and in the front and speaking up and all and he is blaming other students that you must listen me. No, actually, it's you make them listen. It's actually you make it possible to make it listen. You make it you create that environment that students will be more engaging with you. So it's 100% teacher's responsibility to engage the students. We can't blame students if they are distracted in the class or if they are not attending, if they are not attentive with you in a class. So hundreds of years, after hundreds of years, we have learned that students, it's not their mistake, it's a teacher's mistake if students are not attentive, they are not learning in the class. So we need to use the body language. Body is 93% and words are just 7%. So I teach English through the body. That's why I started off my talk today and I said, yeah, someone raised the hand. So we will definitely, we will take your question and we will discuss later on. So body is 93% and words are just 7%. So you can't reflect, you can't make an impact just through your words. If I say you can't make impact, you know, I know the consequences. If this session would be alive, you would see it would be more energetic, it would have more energy because we're online and we all have a lot of concentrations and that's why I have to get online. Otherwise, I believe in the live training. I believe in the training room. And there you would see I bring a lot of energy, a lot of activity. Everyone would be participating, engaging, and so many things. Okay, so words are just 7%. People don't remember what you say. People don't remember what you say. People only remember the things which, how do you say, the way you say. People only remember the way you say the things, not what you say the things. So that's why we need to bring lots of energy into the classroom. So people are raising their hands. So excuse me, you please write down your questions. So we will have the last 20-30 minutes for discussion. We will have right after 20 minutes or 15 minutes, we will have the conversation and we will take the questions live and we will learn from each other. So let me first give some ideas. How can we so this is what I'm talking about, the proximity control. Like, don't stand up just in one place in the classroom. Always keep moving here and there. And at one place you say one thing, on another point you say another thing, another point, another thing. Like when I speak up in my trainings, I really rock on uh, my rostrum. I rock on the stage. I'm really unstoppable, and I really jump and I do a lot of things. Why? We learn through the body. We don't learn through the words. So if your body actually empower your words. If your body is synchronized with your words, people will learn. People will remember. Again, I'm telling you, people don't remember what you say. People remember how do you say. It really matters. And your dressing, everything matters, how much you're flexible. So let's change the classroom environment. Let's transform it a place where students can learn. My purpose is let them make students learn and think rather to cram or because they are pleasing us, they are pleasing the teacher, they are pleasing their parents and the people. No, that's not okay. So we have to make the classroom a place where students can experience and can learn and can think, and everybody must feel appreciated, honored, and encouraged in the classroom. This is what being a teacher, being a management, we need to bring this in our classroom. So always move around in your classroom, redirect misbehavior. Okay, so always let the students know if there is something misbehave or something. So you can redirect, you can convert into some other activity. All right, so transform, convert. Don't let students like to get into it. Transform, change it. Okay, at the same time, you must be really wiser and intelligent. If something is happening in class and you don't like it, you can change the behavior. You can redirect this into another room, into other way. So this is the next one is most important part. Then the use technology, yeah, is most important. And now Dr. Naeem Khaled and the Actab and of course the Chace, and they are bringing the Cambridge into, and they are bringing the IT books and in the classroom, and teacher would be with the tab. So it's a very great environment. You are synthesizing system, you are going to the next level, and never be stopped. Be unstoppable in your life, and always embrace and accept something new because not just as new, because it will bring a little change. And you gotta go, you gotta bring a change in this world. So you first do become the change. You become the change. Be open, be receptive, and be alert for everything which is great and coming to you. And detach yourself from all kind of unproductive beliefs, unproductive teaching methodologies, unproductive teaching ways, and unproductive people. Always be productive. Um, uh, a year ago, I was invited like to work with a bank culture because they spend a lot of money to make the happy culture in their the corporate. So they invested $1 million to make the people happy. They were arranging foods, they were arranging different kind of seminars, and they were serving them on the dinners, and they were doing a lot of things in the working environment. So once they hired me, so they asked me like, how can we make it better? I said, first, number one, you are going in the wrong direction. You can't make people happy. Happiness is just a 12 minutes job. It takes only 12 minutes. If you're happy, you are unhappy, Whatever your mood is, whatever your emotion is, it takes only 12 minutes. And after 12 minutes, it's totally changed. So you are investing money in the wrong direction. So now, there was a clarity now. You don't need to invest money on the happiness. You need to invest money to become more productive. So productivity is the key. If you're more productive, so the more happiness you will bring in your life and other people's life, you can bring better change. So use of technology is making the classroom productive. It's not making it fatigue. It's not burdenizing. And the greatest thing about the human is that we don't love change. It's also human nature. We don't love change. We want to be consistent on everything. We just want to see everything in the same way, in the same direction, the same manner. Because the human body, naturally, it doesn't like the big changes in their life. So, but if you want to go into the next level, you want to make your classroom productive and you want to bring more fun into it, while we are bringing fun into the classroom and we are making a new strategy for the classroom, the reason is to make the classroom more productive, more useful, because we are wasting lots of time out there. We are wasting time, money, and energy, the three most significant resources. And we can maybe replace money and energy, but we can't manage with the time. Time and tide is great for none. And we have to get maximum out of our time. So 45-minute class or 1 hour class, we have to get maximum takeaway from our class. So using technology is the best idea to make it more productive classroom. Okay, so there are a lot of things we can do. I just want to talk more this because this is a reminder. Build a relationship. Foster positive teachers relationship. And relationship only happens when you are dreaming bigger for your students. Automatically, it's not a one-way job. So reciprocally, you will have the better relation with your students because we learn from the relationship. Once you have a relation with someone, you honor them, and once you honor them, you are ready to listen to them. We are not ready to listen to everyone. So to build up the relation, you need to learn being a teacher how to communicate well, how to have the best communication with your students other than the classroom or in the classroom. That's a totally different conversation. That's conversation based on the encouragement, motivation, kindness, attention, love, humanity, values. We honor them. We uh, we feel great when we see them doing something great. We always appreciate them. This is the way because respect is the key to build a relationship. So I think it's the right time if someone is here from the host. So better if you can go for some question and answer sessions. So let's move on. Hello, hello, sir. Asif is there. Sir Asif. Please let me check. Let's start. Please, if you have any question, because few people they were raising their hands, so you please can question me. Unmute your microphone and you can question. Yes, please.
So you impressed me a lot, and it is something mind blowing. And you went through the classroom in such a way that we once again revive our belief that we can do change the country, and we can change the whole humanity. Thank you so much. And now we open everyone, all the listeners. So if you have any question, please put in. Ubaidullah Saab was raising the hand. Uh, yes, Ubaidullah Saab.
Glad to see you, sir. First of all, I want to appreciate your session. I listened to the session very carefully, and it was a great session, sir. Especially about the classroom management. You explained that how to handle the student and how to welcome the student in the class in the beginning. Alhamdulillah, I am working on it, sir, and it's very impressive. Sir, my question is that we have two kind of student in a classroom. Some students are quick learner and some students are weak learner. Sir, mostly I faced many that thing that the slow learner, they cannot learn, they cannot gain. We are giving the test to the students, so the quick learner, they are getting well and they are getting good scores. But the problem, that is the slow learner, sir. How to handle in one class both kind of students, sir, quick learner and slow learner. So will you guide us, sir?
Yes, I can guide. I can share my experience. I can share my perspective. Like, how do I feel about it? Like the Desta school, they have set a new norms for the schooling. They are not getting students in their school. They are not looking at their ages. They are not looking at their uh, colors. They are not looking at anything. They are just looking at their not even the aptitude, they're looking at the attitude. Okay, so we need one kind of students in one class, and we never need to look at their age difference. So in the future, we are going to have this kind of schooling, but right now on the surface, right now, because it's definitely is very hard, and because the quick learners they can learn quickly, they have a different because they have the attitude for learning, and the slow learners, I don't feel like there's a slow learner. It's an attitude issue. So definitely need more motivation. And what we do, make some of the separate groups and the separate classes, and all the brilliant students, without knowing them, without telling them, you can make them separate because they are learning differently because they have the attitude and of course the aptitude as well. So we need to treat them differently. I feel.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a great session, sir, and we are enjoying a lot.
Really appreciated Sarvadullah Khani, and most significantly, I never have such kind of friends who can listen seriously with a very deepest perspective, and you notice each and everything you were pointing out, and I'm learning a lot from you. How to become wow, beautiful, really beautiful,
Sir, I waiting for
Sarvadullah.
your class. I was waiting for your class for a few days. So today I had an interview, but I missed the interview. Sir, I wanted to listen you.
Yes, really appreciate it for your time. And we all are together to make this world a beautiful place and a conducive place for our next generation. This is the purpose of our life, and we can't stop. We got to be unstoppable. We got to be thinking always about it. How can we make it better? How can we make it better? And we will readjust ourselves, and we will reshape, and we got to be redefining our imagination, and we got to do better and better. And because God has given this opportunity, like to make this world a better place. Really appreciate it, sir.
Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Hi. How are
Uh,
you, sir?
Hi, I am Irfanul Haq from Barikorswat, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Sir, you
Beautiful.
have delivered such a best and impressive lecture that inshallah there you have left nothing to be asked more. And inshallah we will follow your instructions, your directions in future to be inshallah practiced in the class. And inshallah, we will inshallah prove that your guidelines were set such a milestone that will be remembered by everyone.
Yeah. Really appreciate it, sir. Khan, you are the greatest human being. You are bringing a really positive vibes, resonance, and energy. And I'm feeling seriously more empowered until now. Yes, I would be more passionate than next time. We're going to be coming up with more
Inshallah,
overzealousness.
inshallah.
Sure, we are
Inshallah, in
together.
the near, sir, you, Mr. Khalid Naeem, Dr. Saib, A.K.O. Khan Saib, and the whole team is collectively working to change the education pattern as already used in Pakistan. Inshallah, we will use the Bloom taxonomy and inshallah, uphold the country to the such the target that inshallah.
Sir Irfan, we need lots of people like you. You are
Inshallah,
amazing.
inshallah.
We need more people like you to make this world a better place.
And
Yes, you are amazing.
inshallah, we will watch your lecture in future to learn more from you, inshallah.
Yes, on 24th, I'll be alive. I'll be on live again on 24th,
Uh,
24th, right after one
inshallah.
week. So we'll be
Inshallah,
talking about
inshallah.
teachers' motivation. How
God
can we
willing,
change
God willing,
his role
inshallah.
from teacher to the
Inshallah.
leader?
Inshallah, sir. Inshallah, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Sir Asif.
Uh, First of all, respected sir, a very impressive lecture is Litman sir. I appreciate you. I want to know about future. This session is completely again and again for students and our teachers training. Uh, Hopefully, I appreciate Mr. Litman, sir. Sir, I request to you, Mr. Professor Dr. Naeem sir and Professor Dr. Litman sir is a very impressive lecture for ours. Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello
Yeah.
and good morning. Hello and good morning to all. Can can you hear me?
Pakistan.
Yeah, so I just want to know. First of all, I have to say thank you to all the organizer and the speaker. It was nice to have you all over here.
Thank you.
I just want to know that if it is possible to have this presentation in the PPT form, so it can be further. I mean, the staff should be trained and must be trained by all those who are associated with the educational cause. I'll be grateful if that can be shared with us in
Sir,
the PPT form, please.
I will
The
request
session was
Dr.
very
Mike.
nice, and I appreciate the efforts being made by Dr. Khalid Saab and rest of the team, the organizer, and keep the good work and keep it up. Thank you.
So much. Thank you, sir. Dr. Mike. I think Dr. Mike has disconnected himself, and until he rejoin, we have to wait for some time. And I'll request Dr. AQ Khan Saab if he is listening to me. Can you please add something? Dr. AQ Khan. A hand is raised by Mr. Nasrullah, but I would like to unmute him, or he can continue when Dr. Mike join us once again. So if Dr. AQ Khan is listening to me, can you please add something, sir? Dr. Mike is once again back. Mr. Mike, just hold the proceedings by yourself, and we were missing you. Actually, you might perhaps you were disconnected for some time. So people are just praising the way you delivered your lecture, and there are so many questions, Mr. Mike. The one question that is solved for me, I have been reading books on self-development. I have been continuously in touch, and I was hoping that there must be some system. Here in Cantab Publisher, we are trying our best to keep people aware of the curriculum and the SLO-based teaching. And but there was a great lacuna and a great gap between the modern education system, where they put so much emphasis on attitude building, where the Bloom's affective domain is, giving much more importance. Here we are doing some, emphasis on Bloom's cognitive domain here in Cantab. But with your lecture, I think our people will be much more aware that it is our attitude, it is our, feelings, and it is our, behaviors that matters a lot. And if we believe in our students that they can do, and we put beliefs inside them, and this is the way they can beat the world, and they can share their, have their share in the world. Mr. Mike, I would like you to speak so that others may listen and learn more. Administrator,
Yes, question.
there is a question, Mr. Mike, from the administrator. Ma'am, you have to unmute yourself to put question in front of Mr. Mike.
Yes, for sure.
Hello, Mr. Mike. I'm really thankful to you. You delivered very beautifully all the topics that every teacher is concerned and curious about to learn, because I was facing so much problems. Always teachers coming to my office that I have this problem, I have this problem. So I would want to have your video and I would deliver your video to them. You answered all the questions that teachers usually ask. Just I want to give more light on the topic about the students of age 4 to 5. Those are very little ones. So I need your help more on this topic.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you covered all the topics very well, sir. Thank you so much for your time. And I would love to listen you again, inshallah.
Yes.
For sure, like we are coming back on 24th, and it's a great opportunity. It's a great question because I've been like with the youngest children for a long time, for the last 2 decades. Although I'm a corporate speaker, I speak to the corporate CEOs, but I learn from the young children. They are amazing people. I love to play with them, and I put everything in my games. I put everything what I want to offer. So I don't offer my course. I offer myself to them, and when I offer myself to them and I go with a very certain kind of attitude and discipline, so they learn from me. So again, it's engaging is more required. So I worked with the 4 years, in the last 4 years, 3 years children. So they start learning, and if they can speak, it means they can speak what we love them to speak. But we have to provide that environment. So we have started kindergarten classes. So we are having a great experience with the young children. And they are the most important people, definitely.
Mr. Mike, actually, there was a question when you were not here from Dawn
Yes.
School SWAT, and sir was asking for your PowerPoint presentation. Is it possible that the participants can have that so that
Yes, for sure. For sure. Yeah, for sure. It's too long actually, so I will make it concise for you,
Okay.
more understandable. So I will share it with you. Definitely would work.
Okay.
I'd be honored. I'd be
Okay.
honored. Yes. Yes. So for the young children, we create some environment, and uh, you need teachers who are very friendly, who can talk very friendly with the students. And mostly the biggest mistake we've been doing, like in the classroom, we mostly deploy the very senior teachers. But I feel we need flexible people without they join a class without stress, and they can bring more fun. They can be more teachable as well, of course, and they are more passionate about the children. You can teach them whatever you want. Not a big deal.
Okay, thank you. Dawn School SWAT, can you please, if I want to give you the opportunity to talk to Mr. Mike straightforwardly.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. Hi, Mr. Mike.
Hi.
Well, I was just asking for the presentation to be provided in the PPT form.
Yes,
It
for
was a
sure.
It was a great session, and I have learned a lot with it. And I would like to have a request that if it is possible to have another presentation on 21st century teachers. I mean, the need of the 21st century teachers and techniques should be applied, which type of techniques and which type of tools they may have in order to prove themselves to be the teachers of 21st century and teaching the modern generation, you know. So I was just wondering if it is possible for you to have a good session like that for us, for all of us. That will definitely be benefiting the society at large. Once again, I'm thankful to Dr. Saab, to you, and it is nice to have you. Wish
Yes,
you
for sure.
a very nice
For
time.
sure. For sure. So this is a beautiful idea, and we definitely will include it in the training roster schedule. So, but the next session is coming up on 24th, and that is about how to shift teacher from teaching to the leadership, because teacher is a leader in the classroom, and what kind of qualities teachers need to have a better conversation and how to help students think and how to dream bigger in their life. So the 24th session is also very interesting and it's coming up. So afterwards, like your required topic would be included in the list. I'm sure Dr. Arfan would include it, and we will definitely work on it. That's a very nice feedback. Really appreciate it, sir. And thanks for listening.
Mr. Gulabdin. Mr. Gulabdin, please unmute yourself and you can talk.
Hello.
Hi.
First of all, thanks to all the management system of Cantab groups and especially Mr. My question is just what are the some major challenges facing the education systems in Pakistan and how could the to be addressed? And the second questions, we are very back in AI education systems. And the last questions, my dad, tell me about the PDCA. How it can be applied in Pakistan education systems? Thank you so much.
Sir Irfan, do you have an answer of this question?
First of all, my questions is that what are the some major challenges faced in education systems in Pakistan, like to AI education systems? Here is not opportunity in Pakistan about AI. How can use AI systems in education system?
Yes, definitely. It's a question about the infrastructure. So that's why I was talking to Sir Irfan, what the government is doing, how the government is catering. And I think the great projects are coming up in Pakistan, and the AI will be definitely incorporated into education because in the future, I'm so scared to tell you that in the future, the prompt engineering would be the highest level of degree, and they really need still I feel in the schooling there must be, we need to bring a paradigm shifting in the school system because there must be a lot of courses rather the classrooms or rather the classes, the class 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't believe in. I personally, it's my personal perspective. So I believe there must be a lot of courses in the school. There are a lot of subjects must be there. And yes, AI is playing a very positive impact and it's really helping and facilitating people. So in the future, the prompt engineering would be the highest level of degrees. And at some level, what we can do is, because still in the schools, students are not allowed to use cell phones or the gadgets or these kind of things. So I feel they must be allowed to bring cell phones and gadgets and these kind of things. And we can teach them in one way or another way. And through our laboratories, we can start it. Anyway, if it's not even part of your curriculum, maybe the government would take late initiatives. But right now, even no one is doing because you got to think in your personal economy, not in the general economy. So better if you can start all these things from your lab and English language as well. So you can start till class 5, from playgroup to class 5, and don't make. I know it's not part of your curriculum, but you can make it one way or some way your own curriculum, okay, and you can teach to your students in personal
Thank
perspective.
you.
Otherwise, the government would take late initiatives and it's very hard.
Thank you so
You are
much.
thinking
Thank
really on the right domain. Really appreciate it. Your accent is so beautiful.
Mr.
You speak.
thanks, sir. Thanks a
Tufail
lot.
Ahmed, Tufail Ahmed Janjua Saab. Tufail Ahmed Janjua Saab, you have raised a question. You have raised your hand. Please
Yes, sir.
unmute yourself.
I would like to thank you, Mr. Mike. You have just delivered a very beautiful session. I just want to ask two questions about teacher's role. Uh, my first question is, what are the key qualities make a teacher effective in classroom management? And the other question is, how important are body language and voice tone in maintaining control?
Yes, definitely. Number one, the teachers must realize they are
Can you
never.
please?
Yes. I'm getting your point. So, a lot of perfections are there in this world, but no matter what, teachers are never perfect. They are the great learners, and teaching is a 24-hour job. So, number one, if someone is a teacher, I'm a teacher, so I'm always concentrating, and I always scroll down I go on YouTube, I go on AI. So I ask because I want to become the greatest teacher. I want to. So there are different levels: good teachers, great teachers, and average teachers, and best teachers, incredible teachers. But I want to become impactful teachers. So I want to become impactful because if you are impactful, if you are a great storyteller, if you know how to teach them, how to captivate, how to inspire them, because inspiration is more important than the teaching. So rather you teach them, make them great learners, and they will learn from their own. So first, they are never perfect, so they need to develop themselves. And number two is definitely they need to be equipped with the IT, they need to learn how to use AI into the classroom and how to help students to use the AI or the IT related through internet, how to gather the information. So teachers, they're never perfect, so they must learn how to be more funny, more captivating, and the more teachable person. Teachers are teachable people actually. So the second phase of your question is the body language. Body speaks 93%. There are very few positive techniques which can be used in the body. For example, if I'm talking to you and if I'm using my hands like this, it will have the positive impact and the more impact because it means I'm speaking from the core of my heart and the core of my ideas and I'm more sincere. We need to cut down all the negative body gestures we use in the classroom. Like sometimes teachers, we are doing like this. It means you are chopping. So don't divide the students by doing this, okay? Don't use your hands upside down. It always shows dominance and superiority. Always use your hands like this, okay? And then whenever you're in a class, so always bring the proximity, move into your class, okay? Engage with them, speak politely but louder, okay? And know your limitations, okay? And know the students' limitations as well, and always have a positive conversation with the teachers, with the
Okay.
students. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you. You have explained very well. My other question is about parent involvement. You know, parents are stakeholder at school. What methods can be used to involve parents in improving classroom behavior? If you can explain about parents' involvement in classroom behavior.
Yeah, of course, the consistent interaction with the parents is also important because by end of the day, students are not your client. Your client is your parents because they are paying money. So they definitely have something in their mind, and the parents they are not realizing. Of course, why they are not realizing if we bring more empathy. So they are also very much busy to make money for their children. So we really need to have interactions with them. I know the Ron Clark, he was used to meet the parents on every Sunday and students in their home every Sunday. And then he got the Nobel Prize and he got the world's best teacher in the world. I'm talking about the Ron Clark. If you have time, so go and watch that movie. It's available on YouTube. The Ron Clark, Ronclark. You would see how great this person he was. He was used to go and meet with the parents on Sunday, and he was used to investigate like why your student is not, rather why is not or she is not performing well in the class, he was used to notice what is the home routine, what my student is doing at the home, what are the other responsibilities than the studies. So you need to investigate and inquire and meet, have to go one step ahead, have to go a mile ahead to investigate and to know what your student is doing in the home and what the parents are doing.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So nice of you.
Mr. Mike,
Appreciate it.
we have one or two more questions, and afterwards, I want to. I have a special request for you at the end. So, administrator, can you please unmute yourself and talk to Mr. Mike? Administrator. Okay. If they are not around, anybody else? It was some Mr. Bakht wanted to. He had a message that he wanted to ask something or add something. Dr. A.Q. Khan Saab has raised the hand.
No, let the other buddies ask questions. At the end, I'll definitely conclude and thank to the Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike, this is Dr. A.Q. Khan, Director of Training, Cantab Publishers and Chace Academy. And we haven't yet met. Definitely, after your sessions, I'll be having the rest of the sessions. And I'm pleased to listen to you. And it was a wonderful remarks given by the others. And I'm really enjoying it.
But by the end of the day, your remarks really matters.
Yeah, definitely. We will share. No worries, inshallah.
So your words are really powerful. You are bringing a seriously resonance.
Thank you, sir. बख्बेदार साहब, अगर आप उर्दू में भी कोई सवाल करें, then we can translate. जाहिर है इस पे हेजिटेशन नहीं होनी चाहिए. अंग्रेजी हमारी जबान नहीं है, तो हम उर्दू में भी इवन अगर ऐसे साथी हैं तो किसी भी लैंग्वेज में आप लोग पूछ सकते हैं, हम ट्रांसलेट करेंगे. Language should not be the barrier, as by my elder brother, Professor Dr. Naeem Khalid. Language should never be a barrier. You can ask question in Urdu, and then we will ask Dr. Mike in English.
Yeah, someone asked me one question here: how to make students more creative. So it's very easy. So give them different tasks and listen their opinions about it. Like the Augusta School is doing. So you give some project and ask 35 people to work on it and ask them what's your opinion about it. So your creativity is hidden in your personal opinion. That what is your perspective? How do you have started to look at the things? Yes, so it's very easy to make them creative by bringing the creative activities into your classroom. This is the greatest investment what you can do for your children.
Absolutely right. The more we engage them in different activities, the more they'll be able to be active and proactive.
Yeah, it needs project-based learning, some small projects, and ask them what to do for it, how can you do about it, and ask them their personal things. And definitely there are different kind of techniques we can use, and we can make them.
Anyone else? Please, there is someone, Muhammad Shahrukh. Please unmute your mic. Please, Shahrukh, Muhammad Shahrukh.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, please.
Okay,
surely.
Sir, my question is that how we can manage classroom, especially in e-learning class, online classes. Especially when we talk about exams, like online exams, we don't know if students can do exam with own efforts or like AI. So how we can manage and how we can understand students' understandings?
Yeah, there are different activities online. Like if you are learning online, so different kind of activities can be included to make it more funny and to create more question and answer sessions and to bring more fun into the class. So AI or like e-learning, like is introducing some kind of techniques which can help to make the classroom more funny and more learning and more engaging.
So may I speak?
Yeah, please, Administrator.
Yeah, it's Sonia Raja from Little Leader School System, Jang. So my question is about language, especially English language. As you know, it's the time of AI and everything is in English. And we teach our students English as a subject, but spending thousands of hours till metric class our students are not able to speak English. So what do you think, is this the time that we should decide English as a language, and we should again revise the curriculum of English, and or we should personally design some curriculum that we can teach our students English? Because I think we need help in this area. All the schools need this help.
Yes, exactly.
Little by little,
Yeah.
I tell you, our students, they have learned this sentence by heart. May I come in? May I go to the washroom? Who taught them? So teachers taught them. Now, if they expand this sentences, if they teach every day one or two sentence, if they are given the curriculum that every day you will teach this sentence to the students, they will use this sentence in daily practice, daily practical life. So in this way they can learn. So can you help us, or anybody that is listening here, that they design a curriculum for all the schools, especially about spoken English, under the title of spoken English?
Mike should give answer, and after that, the director Beacon, New Beacon, is also wants to talk on this topic. But before, I would like to request Dr. Mike to respond to this question.
Yes, I have designed so many courses. So it's again about the age and attitude and aptitude of students. So I have designed multiple courses, and there are almost 64 courses, because everyone is different from everybody. So everyone needs a different course. It's one-on-one, it's one-on-two, one to group, and there are many ways. And for learning English, intelligence is not required. Even the English learning background isn't required. It's
Yeah.
just a language. It's just a language. And no immersion per se works out here. And I feel I've been like in this domain for last 3 decades, so I could design and I could understand so many people from perspective of their cultures, norms, religion, and everything. And but here I notice people don't love to speak English. That's only a biggest issue here.
You're right, sir.
Yeah. So if
Let
people
me
would-
let me tell you, Mike, you will be happy to know that Cantab Publishers is the very first publisher in Pakistan who has provided a platform not only for the reading of the students, for the listening of the students, and speaking is directly connected with the listening. A good listener
Yes.
can become a good speaker.
Yes.
The madam very rightly she said that nobody has written on
Who give that?
nobody has
Most of
written
my
on a
most
paper.
of my yeah, most
Should
of
I
my
go?
courses
May I
they
go to
are-
drink
that?
water? May I go to drink water? That the child has learned from the listening of the teacher.
Yes, exactly.
And secondly, for all of the
And how is believing? How is
participants,
believing? How is believing? Because believe means to be in love with.
yeah.
That's the definition. That's
Mike, you will be happy to know that the National Curriculum 2020 has clearly the third page of English curriculum SNC 2020. It is clearly mentioned that Urdu and English will be taught as a language, not as a subject. So
yes.
this is for the information of all of the participants. You must be knowing that after 2020, a book without having a listening opportunity, student can never learn from that. Language can never be learned by writing to them and reading to them. Until and unless we give opportunity, we'll let them listen to the good English, they may not be able to speak a good English, any other language. A language can be
Exactly.
directly acquired from listening. There are
Yes.
two input devices, listening and reading. There are two output devices, speaking and writing. We need to strengthen our listening and reading. The more we listen, the more we'll be able to speak in English.
So the
Be
more of the
Mike, please.
courses, yeah, the more of the courses what I have, it's not about speaking. It's actually about how to listen well. Because so the better you listen, the way you listen, the way you can speak. So I on regular basis for last 6 months, I have a continuous conversation with Sir Chauhan, because he's also in the domain from the New Beacon House School. While we are every day together, and we are discussing a lot about it. Like he is the background of background of the languages. So the first language you learn without going to school, college, university, without any book, and you learn the first language without any teacher. You learn the first language without hiring anybody. You learn it from yourself. So it's a personal vibe. It's a personal attention. So a lot of people
Exactly.
ask how to speak. I say just imagine and feel that you are the native speaker. It will
इरफान
bring
सर का
a
माइक अनम्यूट करें, आईफोन लिखा हुआ है, इरफान सर का माइक अनम्यूट करें सर, प्लीज रेज योर हैंड to let Irfan know to unmute your mic.
Sir Ghulam Nabi Chauhan, we are inviting you to please speak up here. So please unmute your microphone and you can speak up. Yes, sir. Sir, first welcome on the board because today I couldn't join you on the cup of coffee. So tomorrow I will join you.
Welcome, sir.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Yes, I'm beautiful, sir. How about you?
And also you. And sir, I can you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I
Nice to see you here.
sister did accurate question concerning to our syllabus and curriculum. I have observed, and inshallah I'll discuss with Dr. Naeem, and I have an idea how to make a books helping towards English language. As BBC series going on in different institutions and all over the globe, and we are trying to make books from playgroup to grade 5, how to speak English. English create situations and environment, and when environment we will create and students are focused. जब हम स्टूडेंट को फोकस कर देंगे कि जैसे आई गिव यू एग्जांपल इन उर्दू ताकि सारे समझ लें, जिस तरह हम क्लास में पढ़ाते हैं साइंस, क्लास में पढ़ाते हैं रियाजी, क्लास में पढ़ाते हैं फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, बायो, जस्ट लाइक दैट, अगर हम इसी तरह इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज को भी फिक्स कर दें एज अ सब्जेक्ट, तो देन वी कैन क्रिएट अ सॉल्वेशन फ्रॉम दैट साइड, एज सिस्टर आर सेइंग, फिर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो सकती है. हम किसी चीज को जब तक फिक्स नहीं करेंगे, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज एज ए सब्जेक्ट क्लासरूम में फिक्स नहीं करेंगे, तो हम ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं कर सकेंगे. एनवायरमेंट कैन बी हो सकता है, but as a subject, if we take English as a subject just like a BBC, then we can solve that problem.
Exactly. Yes, so you're talking about the pushing strategy. End of the day, push.
Yes. Mike, if we are having a exam of English language in the form of listening skill, speaking skill, writing skill, creating skill, understanding skill, and story skill, if we are giving them a story and say them to listen to that story and write this story in your personal words, and if we will give them such type of material, then we can bring the change among the students so far as English language is concerned. Otherwise, we are unable to speak English. How have you observed? A PhD in Pakistan is unable to speak English. Why? They have not books. They are not
full. They are not full, and we need to push them.
For information.
That's why I am thinking so. I request Dr. Saab to make a syllabus from playgroup to grade 5, as it is made BBC.
Yeah, I agree with you, sir.
It is the demand of the time, as Dr. Saab is solution solvers. I have observed in special publishing. Publishings are booksellers, but I have observed only one system as Dr. Saab has delivered in Punjab, Pakistan, and so in Pakistan. It's a salvation. First it come in the form of videos, and now it's come in the form of e-tech. E-tech will come in this regard. We can solve the situation of language too, but syllabus must be. If a syllabus we will provide in the form of BBC, then we can solve this problem too.
Thank you very much, sir. I agree with you here. It's a wonderful suggestion, and for information, most of us know about that, but for the information to Dr. Mike, I would like to mention here that whenever my teacher goes to a classroom, he or she is teaching at least more than 70% by speaking. But whenever we assess our children on 100% writing. We don't assess them on their language. So what Safwan mentioned, it is wonderful that we are going to design some activities like already we have mentioned. If you go through our books and the assessment exercises of Cantab publishers, you will see listening and speaking skills. Even these are added in our paper maker. We have provided automated question paper, and there are activities for the listening.
Will be a paper, students, teachers, and administration are bound.
They are bound.
The student at that side.
In the EdTech program, inshallah, you are going with that. You will love it to see that what we have been designing for the particularly for the speaking skills.
Yes, that's why I
And
have lots
Mike,
of
Dr.
experience
Mike
of
will be with us, inshallah.
I have lots of experience of teaching English language. And
Exactly, sir.
curriculum, lots of curriculum I have in this regard, especially language. And we have a lots of material, just like a BBC. And we'll deliver to Dr. Sahab, and
Sir.
we'll give this idea to Dr. Sahab and say them to change it in our Cantab system, because Dr. Sahab know well how to prepare them. We'll give them raw material, and it's up to you, Dr. Sahab, how to arrange it.
Sir, we are lucky, Dr. Mike, we are lucky to have Professor Dr. Muhammad Naeem Khalid in Pakistan. Otherwise, Cambridge has been requesting him and our CEO to come back to UK, to Cambridge, but they are living in Pakistan. They are living for Pakistan. They are living as Pakistani.
It's a bless of God, Dr. Sahab, in the form
Thank you,
of.
sir.
It's a bless. It's blessed to us. I think so.
Mike, please, over to you again.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Ji, please.
Yes, please.
Unmute your mic.
Welcome,
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर। जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर। सर इब्न स्कूल कोटकदू से बात कर रही हूँ सर। मीटिंग को तो लेट थोड़ा सा ज्वाइन कर सकी हूँ मसरूफियत की वजह से। सर आई हैव क्वेश्चन के टॉपिक हमारा है क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट। तो सवाल ये होगा कि हम क्लासरूम को क्लास वाइज जैसे ले नर्सरी प्रेप है या तो इसके ऊपर वॉल पेंटिंग या वॉल डेकोरिंग कौन सा थीम रखना चाहिए अगर हम करें तो इस तरह का बच्चों के हवाले से क्लासरूम का जो थीम हो वो कोई स्पेसिफिक होना चाहिए या कुछ उसके बारे में कुछ गाइड कर देंगे आप?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Dr. Mike?
Yeah, it can be variable. It can be variable. But if I would have a
Did you understand the question?
I will make stories on the walls.
Wow.
सर इस टाइम तो यही क्वेश्चन माइंड में, बाकी माशाल्लाह इंफॉर्मेटिव जा रही है सारी मीटिंग जितनी अटेंड की है वो तो माशाल्लाह इंफॉर्मेटिव है।
Dr. Mike?
क्वेश्चन के क्लासरूम।
Yeah, please.
Thank you, sir.
Do continue.
We need to deploy stories on the walls and let the students know about it, like what's happening over there. So your walls would be.
सर आवाज चेक कर रही हूँ सर, डॉक्टर माइक की आवाज जो है ना स्लो है वैसे, शायद मेरे मोबाइल में ऐसे, बाकी
increase your volume. Increase your volume.
की आवाज जो है बहुत गौर से सुनना पड़ती है।
All right. Dr. Mike, if you could increase volume of your mic. Yes. You come closer. Yeah, please.
Okay. All right. So the point is, what we can do is we need to deploy different stories on the walls, because walls can be the source of learning.
Yeah.
So let's stop making it decorated place where we can just making some random pictures. No, we need to make plain stories out there, and then let's make it the part of your curriculum, part of your education, part of your language.
Yes.
Ma'am, I hope you got the answer. Instead of putting random sort of drawing or designing, all like we are having 4, 5, 6 pictures. All these pictures should be connected in the way to give a story. And those story, the biggest strategy in the world today is storytelling. Children learn more quickly, more fastly, and more comprehensively from stories instead of having like a random sort of pictures.
Yes.
Hubayb Rehan is प्लीज उनका माइक अनम्यूट करें इरफान साहब। हुबैब रहमान अपना माइक अनम्यूट करें हुबैब साहब।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर सर।
जी वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
अच्छा, I'm a principal of Bright Future School System from Peshawar.
Welcome, sir.
And we are following your prepared books named as Cantab series. Sir. And I'm following. I'm implementing these books since 5 years.
Sir.
It's sort of a suggestion from my side. Dear sir, Mike Litman, welcome, sir. And Mr. Naeem, sir, you are also welcome. My suggestion is that here in Peshawar, especially our area, there are certain ambiguities or hurdles we are facing, especially in terms, you can say, in exams or in assessment. I'm just asking, sir, your all stakeholders or the policy implementers, if they are just try to make a platform as a holistic platform or a series of books in which they intended to learn or put some things for the students who are not that much intelligent as compared to the others. What I'm saying that if I have 20 or 35 students, so there is a category of different students in which the 10% or 25% or 10 or 15 students are very much rich in all areas that are you mentioned early, the input and the output the speaking, learning, and we assess them while what they deliver to us in on a simple paper.
Sure.
So my point is that that's not enough. What did they wrote to us in our language? We called it arata. What amount of language they learned is the actual thing.
Sir.
So what will be the a holistic strategy should be that we can assess them not merely on paper, but the amount of knowledge they gained.
Sir, you're right. You're absolutely right. Unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, that whenever we teach to our students, 70% as learning is done through the listening. But unfortunately, whenever we assess them, then we assess them on 100% writing. This is wrong. So you are absolutely right. What we call ratta, they remember, they memorize things and write on a paper. And a lot of students, they are unable to memorize. So the student who cannot memorize are considered to be incompetent. This is wrong. This is ridiculous. What we
Yeah.
are trying our level best. And for your information, Hubaib Sahab, for the last 1 year, Cantab Publishers hold a lot of seminars. You might have attended a seminar in Neshtar Hall, Peshawar, where all the chairmen of BISEs were called and they were told in the presence of the Secretary Education, they design your question papers in such a way that it should not promote cramming culture. The question must be from the SLOs, from the SLOs, not from the exercise of the book. And the same was done in Karachi. The same was done in Pindi, Lahore, Islamabad, and it was conducted in Rahim Yar Khan in South Punjab as well. So we are after it, inshallah, no worries. And I'll ask Rashid Khan. He's a regional manager, Peshawar, and he will meet you and he will assess you any kind of problems you are facing during assessment. So we will help you, inshallah. Thank you
Let
very
me
much.
add something. Let me add one thing more, sir.
Sir.
I'm referring to the policy shift.
Yeah.
And it is not a mere thing. I told you earlier that it's a holistic thing. There should be a full stakeholders must be involved in there. There must be a proper way to guide, to teach the teachers also.
Yeah, particularly we often have this kind of activities on regular basis. Like the one activity you are participating in today is also a part of that. First, we want to acquaint the teachers either physically or virtually. So we are 24 hours after it. No worries, inshallah. I'm asking Gulabdin. Gulabdin का mic unmute करें. He wants to say something. Gulabdin, आप कहाँ से हैं? Please unmute your mic.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
your
babe.
response.
Thank you. Nice to listen to you.
Assalamualaikum. I am Gulabdin from Lahore,
Ji
from the
Gulabdin.
merit schools. My question against to Mr. Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
How
Please
to
be ready for
improve
that.
our operations and administrations? And the second question is how we supporting students learning toward 21st century skills through digital way? Thank you.
Of course,
G Mike.
first we need to develop and inculcate something new. And I feel if I would be opening a school, so there would be feedback schools. Feedback schools like you have 2, 3 hours morning classes, and afterwards the teachers would be online from the schools, and students can connect with them from their homes. So first we need to synthesize some system, like let them introduce like this also a source of information. So different kind of gadgets can be introduced to use in their learning, and we need to help them like how to learn from it and how to use them. Less rather we are just stopping them like don't use gadgets. Better to tell them like what can you do with it and how can you do it,
Right.
and what would be your way you to use it. So let's make a system where the students, once they are at home, they can connect with the teachers, and there must be like a call center schools, and the students can talk to them online, and they can attend some online sessions because the desk work is the model is going. Um, they are just giving online education, even they are in the school, but they will connect to the class through their gadget. They have to
Thank,
learn
thank,
through the gadget. So
thank you so much. Thank you.
appreciate it. It's a first step.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else would like to ask a question, please?
Okay. I really appreciate it. So
Yeah,
yes.
please. Sure.
Such an exposure to the world. Sir, we met Dr. Naeem Khalid some years back, and you know, as a nation, we are a very clever nation, and we just took the man and tell him to create a system here so that people across nation can benefit out of him. You know, if he had just came and he just deliver one or two or even 100 lectures, nobody would listen to him. And you know, it is not it can't change the nation's spectrum, you know, by just one or two or 10 lectures. So people like you are in great scarcity, and especially in my nation, where you know great people like Dr. Naeem Khalid and you, we are not having too many of them. So as we benefited Dr. Naeem Khalid, he you know we recorded 12,000 lectures on each and every SLO and ELO written in the national curriculum. So the impact was huge. The system was made, and now a number of schools, especially the C grade schools or the B grade schools, where 99% of our population exists and they just study over there. So my question is it possible that you create, in collaboration with us, you know, we create such a system where, you know, we can create in such way that other schools, we can create system where people start getting benefit out of it. So you know that systems always create things. So how would you respond to my question if I've been able to keep you, you know, understand what I'm saying? So is it possible that we create a system where people start benefiting out of it? And you know,
Yes, for sure.
Sir Chauhan was also mentioning the same idea by writing a English-speaking book. But my question is a little broader, because when I listen to you, especially you know, I was mentioning earlier that you belong to the people who has you know greater image of building people, you know, and we are just connecting dots. So the area you belong is a gray area in our educational system. We have gathered the whole nation on SLOs, and you know we can teach physics better than we were teaching it in 5 years back. Yes, this is. But as far as the emotional development is concerned, or the effective domain of Bloom's taxonomy is concerned, or the entrepreneurship and the leadership and the management and the areas which are stronger on your side, they are lacking in our side. So we need a system to collectively do it and make it in a better system.
Dr. Mike, over to you.
I think Mr. Mike's screen is hanged, and if he's listening, Dr. Ikhan, until then, can you please respond to my question? I'm sure that you understand me better.
I gotta answer your question, but let me first talk to Dr. Naeem Khalid. Ji sir, assalamu alaikum. Conclusion लग गया था आखिरी. I have two options either to answer your question in English. Okay, Dr. Mike is here again. Dr. Mike, did you listen to the question of Asif? Please unmute your mic. Dr. Mike, your mic is mute. Please do unmute it. You are not being heard. इरफान डॉक्टर माइक का माइक अनम्यूट करें आप अपनी तरफ से.
Yes, it's okay. Yes, really appreciate it. So I've listened very deeply and carefully. So I just want to congratulate because the last weekend we had a great meeting with Dr. Naeem, and Sir Chauhan made it possible for all of us, like we are together and we are aligned. Because we can't remove emotions, because people get connected through the emotions. So we can't eradicate, or we can't eliminate the emotional intelligence from the classroom, despite we are introducing. It will take a little time, and I feel it's a great opportunity, like if we could sit together, and Sir Ghulam Nabi Chauhan is also there with us, and we had a great meeting. And hopefully on coming weekend we are again having a get together, and I will discuss. And we are really thinking about it on this domain because it's truly important, and we are very few, so we definitely sit together and I really need to talk about it. And we are already been together, and we are launching a different kind of projects. Pretty sure with the help of all the teachers, with the help of all the educators and the principals right now joining us here. So it's a great opportunity. So it's really appreciated.
Thank you. Sir, Dr. Ikwan. Carry on, sir.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mike, and thank you very much all the participants, and you very passionately listened to the very productive lecture. And soon, inshallah, we will be having again Dr. Mike in the next. When is the next lecture of Dr. Mike? Asif, please let me know.
It's 24 of this month.
24.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's wind up the session now, because it's getting too late, and the questions are, I guess these are enough, and then you should put the rest of the questions in the forthcoming session. And Dr. Mike is requested to be very much well prepared for the Pakistani's questions. You found some very different questions. You are having this question for the first time. Excuse me, Merit School 2 is like having the last question. We should take it. Irfan, mic unmute kare. Merit School 2. It should be the last question, and then we will wind up. Unmute the mic of Merit School 2. Ji, please welcome him.
Hi, assalamualaikum.
Ji, walaikum assalam.
My name is Neha Sharma from Merit.
Ma'am, you are having a problem. Actually, you are having an echo. Please switch off one of your devices.
Mr. Mike, how we can face the challenges with parents for students? About students.
Ask the question again. दोबारा पूछ लें. उर्दू में खैर पूछ लें.
how we can face the challenges with parents about students.
How can we face what?
टीचर
आप
दोबारा
मैम थोड़ा दोबारा पूछ लें.
How we can face the challenges with
Challenges.
parents about
Okay,
students.
okay. Dr. Mike, let me explain a bit. Here
Yeah,
we are having a
there are
term.
many ways. There are many ways. Number one is
Yeah,
first we have
let
to.
me. I got the question, Dr. Mike. Basically, we are having a term difficult parents.
Yes.
Difficult parents. Sometimes, yeah, you people might have difficult students, but we are having difficult parents. So, what to do with the difficult parents, please?
I have noticed Sir Ghulam how he deal with them, and I have learned a lot from him.
Yeah, of course. So, Azab is having a bunch of experience in dealing this kind of parents.
Yep, of course. Actually, there is one issue here. Like we don't build up the community of parents. We
Sir,
need to build up the community of parents, influential parents, educated people who are like-minded with us, who understand our vision, our school vision, who understand it better. So they would be supportive, like we gotta get them with us in a team. So they would help us like to empower more people and to convey our message and to get the things done by other people because people believe in the mouth words, people believe in not in you because they are directly in dealing with you. So someone else will intervene like if you have a 10 people's parents community or 20 people's parents community, but they must be really educated because you are now dealing with a toxic the parents. So you need someone like who is very open-minded and who is, the people who are really aligned with your goal, who understand better like how you're doing. Even I feel before opening a school, we need to first invite the parents. Don't invite the children, invite them and ask them, what do you expect from us? What do you expect from us? And talk to them. What can we give you in this money? And
thank
what we expect you being a parent, like how can you help your children? How can you help us? And then we can help your child. So it's the connection is required. The teacher
thank
there,
you,
so the major clients.
thank you,
Actually,
sir.
now the question, if you can transform the question, it means how to deal with the toxic client. Of
Yeah.
course.
Thank you, sir. Basically, like the best thing mentioned by Dr. Mike, we should have a community of good parents, and the good parents can have a wonderful impact on all the parents. So, like involving the good parents, like this is one of the best suggestion ever I have gone through. Thank you very much, Dr. Mike. Thank you very
So the
much, all of
bottom,
you.
bottom line is, success always comes from the people.
Yeah,
So we,
sir, sir.
we need to bring empathy and we need to put ourselves in their shoe and we need to know how to feel about it.
Iron cuts iron. Let's go on that policy. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks all
Thank
of you.
you.
See you again soon, inshallah. And I'm requesting you all to please be more proactive and ask the other people, other buddies, to join us in the forthcoming session. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.